Hello, I'm Stan, and I will present to you our new tool called GPT for Sheets, which brings the power of OpenAI's GPT, artificial intelligence, into Google Sheets directly. So what can you do with GPT for Sheets? Where just before I tell you that, I will just tell you how to install it and then how to set it up. Okay, so if you do not have it installed yet, if it is installed, you will see it here. But if it is not installed yet, you can just go to add-ons, get add-ons, and then type GPT here, and you will find it. And just click on it, and from here you will be able to install it. I already installed it. Okay, now OpenAI's API on which GPT is based is not free, so you will have to create an API key and then enter it here. So in order to get an API key, you must create an account on beta.openai.com, and then at this address in your account, create an API key. So what you need to do is click here, and I will copy paste this one, and I will remove it right after this video is done, and then go to extensions, GPT for Sheets, set API key, paste it in, click OK, and you're done. And now you can just enable GPT function on any spreadsheet. Once the function is enabled, it means you will be able to type in GPT and see a new function. So the easiest way to use it is to just use the common example, write a tagline for an ice cream shop. Okay. And boom, OpenAI is back with a proposal. Okay. So far so good. Now the cool thing with the spreadsheets is that you can actually write your prompt. The instruction that you give to the GPT function is called a prompt. Write a tagline for an ice cream shop. You can write it directly in your spreadsheets. So I will just remove this one. And then you can enlarge this, and you can have, let's say you put your prompt here, GPT, and then as a value, you reference a cell. So this is nice because now you can, if you want to, copy this down, and you can get as many proposals as you want just by dragging the formula down. Okay, so in this case, we always get the same thing. Well, yes, that's also because the default temperature parameter is 0, which means that we are instructing the AI to not be very creative. Now let's say that I will enter a temperature of 1, which is the maximum. So I will put 1 here, and as you can see, it's already changing what it throws at us, and I will try again. And here we go. I got, I think, 10 different ones, or at least I've got some variety here. But a spreadsheet being a spreadsheet, you can do cool stuff like creating prompts with different cells. So for example, say that I want, in fact, to write different taglines for shops that are in different locations. So I will delete all of this, and then I will okay, actually what I will do is put a space here, drag this down so that each cell is equal, and then here put, I don't know, Iceland, Kenya, France, Qatar, Morocco, Argentina. There's lots of World Cup countries in there, and let's say that's it. So now I want to get the tagline. So I will basically join these two cells in a final result. So you can. There's several ways in a spreadsheet that you can concatenate, but I will do the easiest one. So the easiest way is to use the ampersand sign, and there we go. Okay, I will accept the autofill, and then here I will now prompt the AI, and again I will put a temperature of 1 in order to get some creativity in there. And here we go. So in this case, you see that the AI was not extremely creative. They didn't spot. Well, this one is actually nice. The cool spot in Iceland. But as you can see, it's very easy to get some variety from the generated text by GPT with the spreadsheet, because the spreadsheet allows you to vary your prompts widely. Another thing you can do is, for instance, you want to translate all of those. So I will say here, translate in Spanish, translate in French, and translate in Russian. Yeah. Okay. So I will try to translate the first one only. So for this, I use typical spreadsheet syntax, where I put a dollar here, and that should be enough. Well, this actually did not work at all. Well, of course, sorry, I made a mistake. In my prompt, I only selected what I needed to translate. So what I will do is, the prompt is actually here, and then rather than concatenate, one easy affordance of this function is that I can just input a value on which the prompt will apply. It is an optional one, but in this case I put this, and I will put the dollar here, and we should be good to go. Okay, there we go. Now I will drag it, and there we go. I am absolutely not able to verify the Russian translation, but the Spanish looks fine, and the French as well. So now, let's say that you would want to have sort of a conversation like you have on ChatGPT. ChatGPT.com is the conversational interface for OpenAI. If you want to do that, basically how does ChatGPT does that? Basically, they keep the context of the previous prompts into the last one. So for example, let's say that I want to write a thank you note to OpenAI for this wonderful AI. Okay, I do GPT of this prompt with a temperature of 1 so that it is creative. Actually, I will do it 0 so that it's quite strict. Okay, and I will set a max token of 500 so that it's long enough. Okay, here's the thank you note. Now, let's say that I want to make it super funny. So what I need to do is to just call GPT again, but I need to concatenate all the previous prompts. So I will concatenate this with, and I will insert some new line character in the middle so that the AI is not lost. Okay, and then the actual answer I got, and then another new line character, and then finally the new prompt. Okay, and now I would actually put one temperature. Okay. So all right, I wouldn't say this one is super funny, but they at least tried. The last sentence here is more of a joke. We can't thank you enough for the joy your robots have brought us. Okay. So I will say, try again. Your last attempt was not very funny. Okay, and now the beauty of a spreadsheet is I can just drag this formula and it will then take into account the last, again, answer and last prompt, which I think is enough from experience to get a good new answer. All right, well, I would say that OpenAI is not super funny yet, but it had other talents. So for example, if I ask GPT to make it into a song, then I can again just drag the formula. And boom, here we go. I've got a song with verses and a chorus. Incredible. That is really incredible. Okay, now let's say that I want to translate it to French. So I just drag along again. Okay, and now I've got it in French. I guess there was a little bit problem here, but it's not a big deal. And let's say that I now want to turn it into 5 blog post ideas. I continue by dragging. Okay, there we go. So, I hope you find it useful. Please do not hesitate to provide some feedback. There is a way for you to provide feedback here. Just click provide feedback and it will open, well, if you accept pop-ups, it will open a Google form. So let me try again. Through which you are able to provide your feedback. Okay, thank you.